Hi everyone, and good Monday morning to you with Monday Morning Musings with Steve. I wish I had a nickel, a dime, or a quarter for every time I heard a sermon about the sin about gossip. One thing that controlling individuals do is they try to label functional adult conversation as a sin. Gossip is talking about that which has not been verified behind someone's back with no purpose for redemption intended. Talking about something that is publicly known, that is illegal, that is immoral, and it is going on behind the scenes is not gossip. That's responsible adult behavior. Talking about decisions that other people are making for you and about you is not gossip. That's responsible adult behavior. Talking about shady and corrupt dealings, talking about corruption is not gossip. The way gossip is presented in many churches, you might as well get rid of the prophetic ministry and the prophetic function, Old and New Testaments. Because prophetic people talked about what was really going on behind the scenes and would confront. But what typically happens in many local church environments is if you actually, as a non-leadership sort of person, actually begin to discuss an element of community life, an element of what's going on in leadership, you're going to be accused of gossiping. I know of a situation where somebody, a total stranger, called me up. I don't know how she found me, never heard from her again. She called me up. Our pastor has put cameras around the sanctuary. He's hidden, not the sanctuary, the whole building. He's hidden cameras around the building to record all conversations. Is that right? And the justification for it is he just wanted to control gossip. That's how sick some of this teaching about gossip can be. And I told this dear woman, I said, no, it's not right. You need to get out of there. And she said, well, I tried to talk to the pastor and they wouldn't let me talk to him because I had to go through the hierarchy. I had to bring my complaint to the home leader first. Then if the home leader deemed it worthy of attention, he'd bring it to the regional leader. And then the regional would go to the associate pastor. And then the associate pastor might let me talk. So there's this chain of command of hierarchy you have to go through to have an adult conversation. And so the lower level funky said, well, why should you care if there's cameras recording your conversation? Because if you're not gossiping, why should it matter? Folks, that's a cult. It's worse than a cult. That's human abuse. That's degrading. And that kind of stuff goes on all the time. And sermons about gossip, I can almost guarantee you that if you've been in a church that's in crisis, you'll get a sermon about gossip. It's about as regular as getting a sermon about money when there's a financial crisis. When there's something funky going on in the hierarchy, you're going to get a sermon about gossip. You need to know that being a functional, normal adult who's having non-recriminatory, non-accusatory conversations about the life in the community is not gossip. Gossip is intended to destroy. Having a conversation to save your life, to save your sanity, and to save your friends is not gossip. Now, if you don't have the courage to talk to somebody directly with the way you're talking to that other person about, you are crossing the line. Many times people will say things to you that they don't have the courage to say to your face because we are in a non-confrontational culture. Our culture and our broken psychology others. I want to talk about person X, Y, and Z, and I don't want to talk to the person directly. Oftentimes, in particular, when I was in the workplace, someone would, my workplace, I mean like secular work, a job, 9 to 5 sort of thing. You're at the lunch table or whatever, and they start talking about the boss. And I would say, have you talked to him about that? Well, you don't expect me to talk to him. Well, yeah, I do. Why are you telling me about that? Oh, well, I just thought you needed to know. Oh, I just thought you would care. No, you're a coward. I didn't say that to them, but that's what's really going on. So, Functional adults have adult conversations about issues in life, and just because you have a concern, a care, something that needs to be addressed, does not mean that you are innately engaging in gossip. And that's what he said.